2, right? So the answer would be 10 to the 2/5, right? And we don't have to simplify it further. What we're doing here is just, adding, subtracting, whatever, but we don't have to put it in radical form. This is fine. 10 to the 2/5. Any questions on that one? Okay, number 3, f to the 1/2 times g to the 2/3. All that in parentheses squared. That's C, right? There's a parentheses with an exponent inside and exponents outside. Okay, and what that says to do here is multiply the exponents together. They have one real similar to that over here on our example. They multiply 5/2 times 2. Okay, so we're going to do it, since there's two things, we need to do f to the 1/2 times 2 and g to the 2/3 times 2. However many exponents are inside, you need to multiply that 2 times everything, not just some of them. Okay, and 2 isn't a fraction. What did we do to make it a fraction? Put a 1 under it. Okay, good. Okay, it's still equal to 2. Whoops, sorry, that should be a 1. That's why you don't talk and write. Okay, that's a 1 there. Okay, so for the f, 1 times 2 is 2. And then 2 times 1, also 2. And then for g, 2 times 2, 4. And 3 times 1 is 3. Do you notice anything else that we could do to this to make it even more simple? 2/2 is 1, right? If you, like on the practice that I gave y'all, I put answer choices, okay? I put an answer bank so you know what you're looking for, but I'm never going to have 2/2, right? It will be reduced. You really don't even have to put the 1, but I'm going to put it there just so you know it didn't just go away, okay? Sometimes I write things out in the notes just so that you know that it existed, okay? This is the last one we're going to do like this. Number 4 is j squared k to the -4. Okay, j squared k to the -4. There's 2 letters again. We haven't seen that so much, but which of the 5 properties at the top are we talking about? It's E. Yeah, negative exponent. Yeah. Okay, and when the negative exponent, you see this a to the -n had to go down to the bottom. We put a 1 on top there because there was nothing else in the problem. But in this one, there's j. Okay, so I'm going to put an E here. That's E. J can stay on top, but because it's not the same as K, but K needs to go to the bottom. Okay, so if there's nothing left, you can put a 1 on top, but if there is something left, then you can just put what was left on top. So it'll be j squared over K4. Right? Same thing if there was a negative on the bottom, it would need to go to the top. Okay, it just has to flip to the other side of the fraction. All right, so that's one of each example, okay? Next, I didn't do D because we did D last class, okay? D is on this list because it is one of our rules, but D is what we did a lot of last class, so I didn't feel the need to put one on our notes today, okay? I'm going to flip over because the next part goes with these. And I'm going to put this at the top. So it's up to you, but mine, it's taking me 2 pages for the notes. Okay? I would just didn't want to put this at the bottom of the first page and then do the other problems that relate to this on a different page. Okay, so that's, I put them at the top. Okay, I think these are easier to deal with. Okay, and I think they're more straightforward. They kind of are understandable to me. These are radicals now. They're in the radical square root, whatever. Product property, product means multiplying. If you have 2 of the same root, A times b, you can multiply those numbers together and put them all under one root. Okay, just multiply them together and put them under one root. Same thing with the quotient. If you have two things dividing and they're the same root, both divided by the root of n, whatever it is, you can divide those and put them under the same root. Okay, so there might be two that don't divide, but once you divide them together, it is a number that works out. All right, these again, I think these are a little bit easier and still won't be very long problems. And also going to make this, what did we end it on? E, F, and G. Okay, so you can keep up with that. First one, let's do number 5, is going to be the 6th root of 25 times the 6th root of 625. So which property is it? F, right? This looks just like this. And what they did was they multiplied those two numbers together. So we can do, I'm going to write it out just like this. 25 times 625. Right? You can multiply them together all under one root. You don't need two roots. And go ahead on your calculator, just multiply 25 times 625. Okay, don't do the root yet. Just multiply 25 times 625 and tell me what we're getting. 15, 625. Okay, good. Right, now at this point, especially when it's a big number like this, we want to make it small.